There are questions today about the management style of Victoria's top cop, Simon Overland. He's under pressure after ordering his deputy, Sir Ken Jones, to bring forward his departure from the force. The Victorian government's discussing the departure and the Police Association is considering a vote of no confidence. The ABC's Lisa Maximovic joins me now. Lisa, how did this departure of the widely respected Deputy Commissioner, Sir Ken Jones, come about?
Well, Nicole, there'd been speculation for some weeks leading up to his resignation that was in fact what Sir Ken Jones was planning to do. But we found out a week ago, last Monday, that he was resigning effective of August the 5th. He planned to continue active service up until that date. So the real bombshell in this saga came last Friday when it was revealed that Simon Overland had called him into his office and basically told him to clear out by the end of business Friday. That had come as a shock to the police force and to Sir Ken Jones himself. And Simon Overland has come under a lot of pressure for ending Sir Ken Jones's career in that way. Sir Ken Jones came to Victoria Police after an extensively decorated career. He'd led Sussex Police in the UK, he'd worked in Africa, the US, he'd investigated corruption in Hong Kong. So this was a humiliating end to his career. But this is how the Chief Commissioner, Simon Overland, has justified his actions.
It is not a personality clash. It's not an act of revenge. Ken Jones made a decision to resign. It was his decision. I'd asked him to stay. He got to a point where he didn't want to, and he resigned, right, on the Monday. He was always going to take leave, and he was going to finish in August. I've asked him to bring that leave forward.
But Lisa, it looks like these two men have clashed over a number of policy issues.
Well, that's right. They certainly had. In a parting email to colleagues internally, Sir Ken Jones last week said that he'd had a robust professional working relationship with Simon Overland. But we know that they didn't get along on a personal level, and they had clashed on a number of issues over the past 2 years or so. Sir Ken Jones and Simon Overland has come from very, very different backgrounds and were very, very different characters and personalities. Another defining factor was that Sir Ken Jones was incredibly popular. He was popular with the Victorian public, with the state government, with his fellow police officers and the police union. And the same certainly can't be said for the Chief Commissioner. Here's the Police Union Secretary, Greg Davies.
I think the management style is a very, very different one than any we've seen before. It's almost like Mr Overland wants to change the Victoria Police Force into a model of policing that's never been seen anywhere in the world, because he seems to think that there's a brave new world out there and he's going to set the agenda for it. It's not something that has ever been tried anywhere else, and we don't really think Victorians should be treated as his guinea pigs.
And briefly, Lisa, what sort of support does Commissioner Overland have within the state government?
That's the million-dollar question, Nicole. The state government has stayed unusually quiet on all of this. We've heard nothing from the police minister over the weekend. We'd heard nothing from the Premier. And we know they summoned the Chief Commissioner to them for an emergency meeting on Saturday afternoon to explain his actions, but we've not heard anything since. So while they continue this silence, it's really going to continue fueling speculation that they're considering sacking him.
Lisa Maximovic in Melbourne, thank you.